Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be trying on some of the products that were recently released from Suqqu. This is their pre-summer release for 2024. I picked up an eyeshadow quad, a blush, and also a lipstick as well. But with the lipstick, I didn't realize that you purchase the case separately. So what I've ended up with, it's just a refill, but at another date when I do an order from Selfridges, I'll pick up the case then. So this release is based around all the florals and blooms of the summer markets, and it's a really gorgeous release. And both of the eyeshadow quads looked absolutely stunning, but in the end I went for the one that has the purple and the lilac. I thought that just looked super pretty, so that's what I'll be putting on today. I already have all my base makeup on, including a Suqqu foundation. But just like with my other videos, everything that I'm putting on my face today and things that I've already put on my face, they will be listed and linked below in the description box. So this Suqqu collection was released at Selfridges on the 21st of March, and on the 4th of April it's going to be released at Harrods, Liberty London, and on the 18th of April it's going to be released at Cult Beauty. So on the Suqqu website it says this is called the Blossom Beat collection, and it's inspired by the energy of a bustling flower market. Floral colours appear to be tinged with the fervour of the market and full of vitality. Even the brighter shades blend in with the skin tone due to their unique texture and saturation. This is a collection filled with the exuberance of the uplifting season. And there are the two eyeshadow quads. As I said, I picked up the one that is centered around the purple color, and there's also one that has the pinks and sort of corals in it as well. There's also two Bloom eyeshadow sticks, and at this stage I haven't picked them up. There is a beautiful lilac color and a yellow green type of shade as well, and actually both of those look really lovely. And there are the two pure color blushes, and I picked up one of those. I picked up shade number 148. And as I was saying, there's also two lipsticks. These are in the new Moisture Glaze lipstick formula, and I only picked up the refill. So don't make the mistake that I did. If you decide to get one of these lipsticks or both of them, just make sure that you buy the cases as well. But like I said, that's easily fixed. So I'm just going to pop a hairband on just to keep it out of my face while I'm putting on my makeup. And let's take a look at the eyeshadow quad first. I haven't even opened this yet. The only reason I had a look at the lipstick is that when I was picking them up from my table to the right of me over to here, and I picked up the lipstick by itself, I thought that feels really strange for a lipstick. And when I opened it up, realizing that it was just the refill. So just the normal outside packaging. These are made in Japan, and they have a shelf life of 12 months from date of opening. And as I was saying, this is shade number 137. And as usual, it has the really beautiful sleek Suqqu packaging with the glossy on the outside. And here is the color story for 137. I think this is really gorgeous, and also comes with the two brushes, and there's also a generous size mirror as well. I think this is really beautiful. What I'm going to do is just take these brushes out, turn down the light in front of me a little bit, just so you can take a better look at it. So I haven't swatched this yet, as I've only just opened this now. Usually it's the top left shade is normally a topper shade, but I think the color story of this just looks absolutely gorgeous. So I think while I was swatching the shades, the camera was a little bit out of focus. So I'll swatch from left to right and top to bottom. So top left here, this is a top shade. These are the mattes, and here is a shimmer. Beautiful deep purple shade. Swatch absolutely beautifully. So I'm going to take a Sonia G brush, and I'm going to go into this lilac shade here. And I'm going to put this all over my lid, through the crease, and up over the brow bone as well. And I'm not surprised at all, but this is just blending absolutely beautiful. When I first saw promo photos of this release, I knew I was going to get this quad. I just thought the color story of this one just looked absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going over it again. Suqqu colours can be quite soft, so you can have them quite subtle and then definitely build them up if you want to. And this brush here from Sonia G, this is quite a fluffy brush, so it's not really going to place down a lot of pigment in your first go. But I think the shade is really pretty. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a different Sonia G brush. I'm going to stay with that shade and I'm just going to go over it a little bit more and just place down a little bit more of that pigment. Then I'm going to go into this shade here and I'm going to put this in the outer corner. I think what I'm going to do today with this deeper shade here, that will look beautiful in the outer corner as well, but I think I'm going to use that to line my upper lash line and go quite thick with it and show that shade off by doing that. I think that will look really pretty. Then I'm going to go into this Taupe shade here and I'm just going to put that over, just through here, over that first shade that I put on. And one thing with the Suqqu, the Taupe shades, it just elevates the eye look. And they always give just this really beautiful, soft sparkle. And I just think it always seems to be these Taupe shades that absolutely just, they change the eye look and just make everything look just really beautiful and feminine. Next I'm going to take, it's a soft but dense brush, and I'm going to go into this shade here and I'm going to use this as eyeliner and place it along my lash line. I'm also going to push it into my lash line and I'm also going to go over it just a little bit extra, just so you can also see the shade. And then I'm just going to place that same shade just on my lower lash line as well. And then I'm just going to go back into this shade here, the Taupe shade, and I'm going to put a little bit of that just in the inner corner as well. So I've now also put some mascara on as well. Didn't use any extra eyeliner, just that deep purple shade. And I think it looks really beautiful and I think it acts really well as a liner on the eyes. I also think this deeper shade would look beautiful in the outer corner, swept up as well, if you wanted an even more dramatic look. What I might do, I'm not going to take it right up, but I might just put a little bit more of that deep purple shade just in the outer corner, just a hint. So I'm just going to take another Sonia G brush. This is the mini booster one. Go into that deep shade there and just put the tiniest amount just in the outer corner, just to show you what that looks like. I think this shade is just absolutely gorgeous. So just with that extra little bit just in the outer corner without taking it up, it just deepens the eye look just a hint and just gives that extra depth. I think that looks really beautiful. If I was going out for the evening, I would probably just take that deeper shade right up here as well, and that would look even more dramatic and look beautiful at night. But for me, for a daytime look, I think that this is just perfect and I think it looks really beautiful. I think this color story is just absolutely gorgeous. Now let's take a look at the Pure Color blush. They released two blushes and I got it's number 148, and this is a combination of red blush and pink highlighting color with blue pearls. So from the photos I saw on Instagram before this was released, I thought this blush looked absolutely gorgeous. This also, just like the eyeshadow, has a shelf life of 12 months from date of opening, and this is also made in Japan. So again, the beautiful Suqqu packaging, and here is the blush. So here we've got the red with brown blush and the pink highlighter here as well. I'm supposed to have a blue reflect in it. I will swatch it in a minute. And I've just taken the brush out and turned down the light. So here is the blush and this is the highlighter. And the blush, you can definitely see it has that little bit of red in it. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And the highlight is just beautiful. And you can see the blue reflect in there. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to take a Suqqu brush because this is quite a strong colour. I think the shade is absolutely beautiful. But I just want to use a brush that's a bit more fluffy. So that it doesn't place down too much pigment to begin with. I can always build it up if I want to. So we'll start off with the blush. That shade, I'm just looking in the monitor as well, it is absolutely gorgeous, really beautiful. I'm just going to just lightly tap into that blush again. What a beautiful, beautiful shade. And then I think what I'll do for the highlighter, I'll use the same brush and just sweep over. So what I'll do first is just go back into the blush and do the other cheek first. Just grab a little bit more. I really like the formula of the Suqqu Pure Colour Blushes. They always just look absolutely beautiful and they blend beautifully as well. And I find as long as you go quite easy and tap quite lightly, then it doesn't place down too much pigment, but they are definitely buildable. But I am loving the colour of that blush. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. Such a pretty collection. So I'm just going to use the same brush and now I'm just going to do the highlight and just go through here as well. And I think I'll take it all over because the highlight in the Suqqu range, most of them tend to be more on the subtle side, which I really like. And I just think it would go really beautiful all over the blush. And then what you can do as well, and I'll show you in a minute, is just use your finger and just tap just to get a little bit more highlight just over the cheekbone through here. But first of all, going over the blush, all over with this brush, it just gives that beautiful subtle highlight. And then now I'm just going to take my finger and just add just that little bit more just on the high points through there. Really beautiful combination. I'm really thrilled with this blush. I have quite a few Suqqu blushes and every single one that I've purchased, they are just absolutely beautiful. And sometimes it's like with the eyeshadow quads as well, but when you see a blush, you see these two shades together, the photos, you think, that looks a bit unusual. Or that could look a bit deep or it might end up looking muddy, but it doesn't. And that always happens with these Suqqu collections. You can look at some colour story in a quad or a couple of colours in a blush and think, oh, I'm not too sure about that. But they never disappoint and always just look so, so beautiful on. I think I need a bit more of blush just on this side here. Just gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. So now let's take a look at the lipstick, the one that I didn't get the case for and I only got the refill. And I picked up colour number 102 and this is a neutral pink beige. Now this is in the Moisture Glaze lipstick formula. And these are supposed to have a rich balm-like texture that melts into a thick glossy sheen. It says, wear the colour of the exciting flower market on your lips to make an impression. So out of the two, I just thought the neutral pink beige would be absolutely gorgeous. And I'm hoping, because normally that type of lipstick is my perfect type of lipstick. So when you buy the refill, this is what it comes like, and just has the pull off lid there, and then you get the case and just be able to click it into the case. But so I can still twist it up and twist it down. So this is shade 102. And I'll just swatch it on the back of my hand. And swatching it on my hand, it does have that glossy balm-like feel. This is shade 102. So here is the finished look. And I think this is an absolutely stunning collection from Suqqu. Just so beautiful. The eyeshadow quad, it's just stunning. If you love these lilac and the purple, a little bit of pink, a gorgeous soft pink topper, you're going to love this collection. They blend beautifully. This deeper shade here, you can use that a multitude of ways. It worked beautifully as a liner, and also just when I added a little bit in the outer corner, just gives it that little bit more punch. And like I was saying, you could definitely sweep it up more to get an even more dramatic look. I also think it would look beautiful if you put a little bit out here and the dark in here as well, and then when light did that sort of halo eye, I think that could be a really beautiful look as well. But absolutely gorgeous color story. The blush is just beautiful. Blushes are probably my favorite thing from Suqqu. I love their eyeshadow quads. I always think the color stories are lovely, but there's just something about their blushes, the way they apply and the different color stories that they do, just absolutely gorgeous. Because as I was saying before, when you first see this, you look at that color and think, oh, that's a bit odd, but paired together, this with the highlighter, just absolutely beautiful. And I loved it, putting this on first, and then with that light brush, you sweep all over the blush, and then you can add a little bit more highlight using your finger just on the high points through here. It's just absolutely stunning. And the lipstick Glaze, so you can definitely see it's got a shine. It doesn't feel sticky, it feels very moisturizing, and it has enough pigment. When I saw that these were glazes and they were balm-like, I thought, oh, they might not really have enough pigment, but for me, it's just perfect. And what a gorgeous shade. And this pink beige, it's just absolutely beautiful. But just remember, when you go to purchase it, unlike me, make sure that you get the case as well. But if you accidentally or just want to only buy the refill, it does twist up and down. Some lipsticks you buy with more luxury brands, you need the case for it to actually work, but with this it works without the case. But like I was saying, at some stage when I do a future order at Selfridges, I will pick up a case because I just like it to be able to sit in my lipstick drawer just a little bit more tidier, but the refill by itself works absolutely fine. But altogether, it's just absolutely beautiful. What a gorgeous collection. So that's it for today's video. I would love it if you gave it a like and subscribed, and I will see you next time. Bye.